Adrenaline, venom, not knowing when I'm never gonna slow up and I'm ready to stand any momentum.
Hey guys, what's going on? Kwame here, and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. This video is going to be solely directed to the new 11.7 update that happened a few hours ago, and I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of the patch and other things that I picked up on whilst I was on my first playthrough of the update. Now, just like on my last first impressions video when I talked about the 11.5 patch, I once again only played the patch for about 4 hours and 40 minutes, so naturally I am not going to be able to pick up on every little thing about the update, so keep that in mind. However, I will of course tell you and show you some of the things that I did notice. If you guys didn't already know, there was supposed to be a few changes with this new update, but they were mostly fixes such as stutter fixes, lag fixes, desync and optimization fixes, and some changes with the AI, but also some other minor changes with the game itself to go with it. And there was indeed a wipe, so everything has been reset, just to clarify for people who may have been unaware. I don't want this video to go as long as the previous 11.5 patch video, so I will try and keep this one short and sweet. Just a disclaimer, I did not have a chance to use the new gun, the SVD, because I only played the new update for a short period of time. When I eventually get a chance to use the SVD or any other new weapons for that matter, I will put them up in a separate video for my impressions of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos because I will be making more videos like this in the future, as well as other content related videos for Escape from Tarkov. You can always catch my live streams at twitch.tv/Kwame_AU. My schedule and other details will be in the description box below. Hope you enjoyed this video guys, and without further ado, let us begin. Okay guys, so the very first thing that I did notice was you can now buy an SKS from Prapor level 1 for approximately 27,000 rubles. The SKS comes with a 10 round magazine that you can reload single bullets into. It's kind of like the Mosin, how it has a magazine already built in that has 5 rounds. And yes, before you even go there, you can still use 20 round magazines for the SKS, but you have to take out the 10 rounder to put in the 20 rounder. Only problem is, you can't do this while you are in a raid. You have to do it when you are out of a raid. I don't particularly mind this all too much. The animation of when you reload the single bullets into the SKS does look kinda cool. But I was never really a big fan of the SKS anyway, so this doesn't really particularly bother me all that much. The next thing that I wanted to know was about the stutter fixes and particularly on interchange. But I did play on every map at least once, except for labs, so I cannot confirm how it is. And I'll explain later in the video why I didn't play labs. So, I decided to do a few scav runs and also some runs as a PMC on interchange to see how the map felt with the particular stutter issues and lag and desync, and if there was any optimization fixes and whatnot. And honestly guys, from the 4 hours or so that I played it, it kinda more or less feels the same. Your FPS still drops and the game still stutters when you're simply like walking around the map, for example. I kept the FPS counter up in the top right hand corner just to give me a visual of what my FPS is like, and I honestly didn't see any significant changes with the FPS in particularly. And one thing that I did notice though was that the scavs are slightly harder to kill, but that could just be me being potato at the game, but for some reason I was struggling like hell to kill them. God knows why, but I don't know, it's like they're smarter or something. But then again, they did mention something in the patch notes that the AI, they were going to change like the AI algorithm or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's probably just me being terrible. So yeah, there's that. I also wanted to try out Factory to see what the gunfights were like there, to see if there was any lag or stutter issues or anything like that. So I decided to go to Factory and go with just a pistol, see what happens, and see what it was like. Hopefully, with the intention of hoping to at least run into one player, just to see like the feel of like the FPS and if there's any stuttering or anything like that on Factory. So I went ahead and did that. Come out with your pants down. Oh my god, that's so laggy. Where's that guy? Where the fuck is he? Yeah. Oh, squad wipe! Squad wipe! Squad wipe! Not really. So that kind of went okay, except for the beginning, of course, where the game decided to shit the bed. Other than that, it kind of turned out okay, with the gunfights and such. Like, it wasn't that laggy. Just that initial starting, getting into the raid, and the first few seconds was just lagging like hell. But after that, everything seemed to be okay. But during the gunfight, there didn't seem to be any desync or lag or anything like that. So I'm kind of happy about that. But I don't know if it's gonna stay that way for every single gunfight, obviously. But at least at that particular time, it seemed to be okay. And the recoil, there's supposed to be recoil changes, like a 30% change. Obviously didn't really notice it with the pistol, it's just a pistol. But I certainly did notice it later on when I decided to use other guns. And then again, I don't think that's going to be a big game changer. Personally, I could be wrong. But I personally don't think it's going to be that much of a difference, because I think it's just going to be one of those things, kind of like with the meta animations, how everyone thought it was going to be shitty, and no one liked it. Fucking, I didn't like it. I thought it was crappy, but then, you know, I got used to it, and I was like, hey, this ain't so bad, and I'm sure that's, what's going to happen here with the 30% recoil. We're all just going to end up adapting, and then we're just going to get used to it, and we're just going to move on from that. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is why I didn't play labs. Well, the answer is actually quite simple. You now need a lab access keycard to be able to get into labs from now on. So it is officially locked off, and the only way to get in there is to have one of these keycards, and it's a one-time use. So after you've used the keycard, you have to find another one to get back into labs. I did not find a keycard on my runs for the 4 hours and 40 minutes that I played. And I know I could have just bought one off the flea market, yada yada yada, but I wanted to actually find it the normal way, like you're supposed to. And I didn't want to cheap it, or cheese it, if you will. I want to actually find it the normal way and get in that way. But I didn't end up finding it. It's unfortunate, but my time was limited anyway. So hopefully in the future I'll obviously be able to find it, and I can hopefully put up some footage then about it and tell you guys what I think. Just as a side note, I am aware that you can get the labs access key cards from therapist level 2, but obviously I didn't get my therapist trader to level 2. I didn't have enough time. I was more like trying to explore and get a feel of stuff instead of like trying to level up and all that kind of stuff. Just as a side note. Another thing that I noticed as well is about Killer, the scab boss and interchange, is I ran into him a few times already on my runs when I did my first playthrough of the new patch, and I don't know, like, he seems like it was literally like every third game or something that I decided to go interchange that he was there, and like, man, he owned me. He owned the living shit out of me. I'm pretty sure just in that clip just then, that was him, and he almost killed me. I literally blinked and I was close to dying. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if it's just me, just very, very unlucky. It just happened to run into him. He happened to be on the map at the time that I joined the raid or whatever, but for some reason I'm running into him a lot, and I'm hoping I'm not the only one because that wouldn't be cool. I'm just saying. The next thing that I noticed was with the traders, about some of the tasks. Some of them have been changed, and what I mean by that is For example, therapist, for the quest where you need to find a gas analyzer, you have to find it in the raid. And I know it sounds, oh, that's obvious, but no, hold on a second. You have to get to the quest first, okay? So you have to activate the quest, and then you have to find the gas analyzer in the raid afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't have the gas analyzer beforehand, and then as soon as you've done the first quest, which is the one for the find the 5 Saluas, the next quest is find a gas analyzer within a raid. You have to actually find it after you've activated it. You have to actually find the gas analyzer then, not beforehand, if you understand what I'm saying. And also, to complete that quest, you will need to find the key for the pumping station and do that part too. Normally before, all you'd had to do is hand over the gas analyzer, and that would be that. And but not anymore. Now you have to actually do both, and not to mention find the quest item after the quest has been activated by the trader. This obviously doesn't go for every single task, but it definitely applies for therapists right now. And I don't know about the rest of them, but that one 100% is. I just wanted to point that out. And if it's happening now with therapists for this task, there's probably going to be more just like it. Just an FYI to everyone. And on the topic of Killer, when I was talking about him before, and how I've been running into him a few times during this session when I decided to play this patch, he did something really, really strange to me, and you'll see it right now. You see that I'm probably fucked. That was Rochelle. Oh, that was fucking Killer. Of course it was. I just saw him for a little bit. He laid down and he aimed like this while he's proning. Fucking like this. How the hell do you do that? It's beyond me. Yeah. Watch out for Killer, okay, guys? I ended up going to other maps as well, but I didn't really find anything much there. I got into a couple of little gunfights here and there, but they were alright, but nothing really too ordinary, nothing really worth talking about. Just pretty standard stuff, more or less. It all seriously, more or less, feels the same. I don't really notice much difference personally at this particular point in time. The game doesn't particularly feel like it has improved all that much since the previous patch of 11.5. I was hoping to get a lot of improvements and whatnot, but like I said, I don't really notice much difference here, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't. Maybe for you guys, it might feel different, might feel better, I don't know, but for me, it just feels like Tarkov. I'm a little disappointed because I was expecting more, but it is what it is, and we can only hope that the game will keep improving, and not only on the fixes, but also with the in-game content. Can't believe I'm doing this, but... Oh, I got him. I couldn't even see. That was terrible. Sorry, Mr. Sam something. Oh my god, he had GSSHs too. One final thing that I noticed about this update was the GSSH headphones. Just listen to that sound, man. And the only reason why I knew this obviously is because I killed this player and he had them. So, once I put them on, I was like, holy mother of God, listen to that. Yikes. Listen to that. Oh my god. That's cool. Dude, that is sick. I like it. Those headsets are seriously the best thing that I've found thus far in the patch of 11.7. Man, those sound so damn good, and I can't wait to use them again. Holy shit. Just something about the sound, it just sounded so like clear, and I don't know, that seems like a big improvement, in my opinion anyway. But everything else was pretty, it was pretty, not really much to say about it. I'll just leave it at that, boys. You guys can be the judge when you guys decide to play the patch. I'll leave it to you. How about that? So guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I know there really wasn't all that much there, and that's because there really wasn't all that much, unfortunately, with this update. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe because I do make videos regularly, and if there are any significant changes, I will be posting another video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video until the end. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.